You see these right here? These are Bristlenose Pleco fry. And no, I didn't just have them magically appear like my guppy fish babies do. Now I know that your attention span is already hovering over the next video the YouTube gods are putting over you, but stay tuned because this is important. Bristlenose won't spawn unless the tank hits their vibe. Think cozy, earthy, low light, basically how it is in nature. For their temperature requirements, you really want to keep it steady between 76 to 80 degrees Fahrenheit because this range keeps them comfortable and really active. If it drops too low, they start to get sluggish, and if it's too high, then they get stressed out. So 78 degrees Fahrenheit is the ideal temperature. Avoid sudden changes because plecos hate instability. So if your heater freaks out, they'll hide and they won't really want to come out. Driftwood is also mandatory. Plecos eat the wood fibers and it fuels their gut bacteria. It also helps boost fertility and it gives constant grazing material for them. Alder cones. Now alder cones aren't just for decoration, okay? They produce microorganisms the fry literally depend on. It's like adding a probiotic buffet straight into your fish tank. Feeding for breeding. These guys are night owls, just like me at 2 a.m. binge watching Netflix, like I don't have any responsibilities tomorrow. So, I mean, it worked perfectly. I just feed them at night when I'm already up, pretending that I'll only watch one more episode. When it comes to their diet, you can feed them zucchini slices, of course. I like to throw this in like once or twice a week just for variety. Fresh cucumber slices, make sure you weigh them down because they'll snack on this all night. High quality algae wafers. I like to break them in half so everybody get a little piece because one pleco really be trying to hog the whole thing and I'm not trying to have that. And then spirulina pellets. These add that protein boost that really helps with the conditioning. If you didn't know, changing foods weekly stimulates natural seasonal variety and that triggers breeding behavior. Telling males and females apart. So telling males and female plecos apart is honestly super simple. It's just like the fish version of facial hair. So the males, they grow a little scruffy beard all over their face, and the females, they don't have any. I mean, they might have a little peach fuzz, you know what I'm saying, but that's literally it. You can also tell that it's a male because they come really territorial around their caves. When it comes to females, like I said, they have little to no bristles, and then their bellies are a little rounder because they're carrying eggs. Conditioning them for breeding. Conditioning is just feeding your plecos like they're about to get ready for an Olympic track meet or something. You want to start with heavy veggie feeding for 2 to 3 weeks because the extra plant fiber boosts their digestion and egg development. Protein-rich wafers twice weekly, and this is where the females bulk up and get the nutrients that they need to produce their eggs. You want to make sure you're keeping that stable temperature in the high 70s because consistency flips the internal switch for spawning behavior. Now this is a rare tip. You don't want to overclean your fish tank because mature tanks breed plecos. Overly polished ones don't. The algae, mold, biofilm, that's a romantic mood setting for them. You need a video on how to set up a naturally layered ecosystem using my Mother Mina method. I have a video linked right here for you at the top. The cave setup. Now this is where the magic happens. For breeding, the male chooses the cave. He's basically on House Hunters, but the pleco edition. The cave, it has to be wide enough for him to block the entrance because if he can't block it, then he won't use it. You can tilt the cave slightly downward because this helps him trap and fan the eggs properly. You can also place driftwood nearby because he likes caves close to good grazing spots. Also, we talked about this earlier, low light. Plecos are shy breeders. You can use duckweed or hornwort because low lighting puts them in the mood. Give the cave strong oxygenation from a sponge filter because this helps the male keep the eggs clean and fungus free. If the eggs have fungus, they will not survive. So you want to make sure you give him about 2 to 3 choices so he can pick his dream home. Now when it comes to the females, she starts to inspect that cave like she's judging an Airbnb. She be in there looking like, lighting is good, smells good, nice and earthy, 4 stars. And if the cave passes her vibe check, she lays a whole clutch of eggs. Then she leaves and just lets the man take over. She may hover around the cave a little bit, but she's not about to do no childcare. She be clocking out. This is where the male becomes the absolute superhero, okay? The male takes over all of the work. He fertilizes the eggs, and then he wedges himself into the cave like a doorstop. Like, ain't nobody getting in that cave. Once he's in the cave, he starts fanning the eggs with his pectoral fins. And not just like a gentle breeze. I'm talking about this man be fanning those eggs like those ladies who just got the Holy Ghost at church, okay? Now, once the fry hatch, I like to move them into a breeder box. I use one that fits right inside the tank. This is a step that most people mess up. They switch to a non-established tank and then feed heavy. Then they end up with an ammonia spike and no more babies. We're not gonna do that here. What we're gonna do is we're gonna put them into a breeder box in the same tank and then feed them your cucumber, zucchini, high protein algae flakes. You can add alder cones because they release antibacterial tannins very slowly, and then the driftwood pieces for their gut. Their stomachs are like microscopic, so keep the portions super tiny. The fry survival really depends on food and surfaces covered in biofilm. The more micro grazing areas you give them, the better success rate you're gonna have. Make sure you hit like, drop a comment below, and tell me what species you want me to breed next. Just don't say guppies, because they reproduce just by making eye contact. See you guys in the next one.